Hey everyone, what's up? This is Event Horizon, and I've got some kill confirmed on Overwatch for you. I think we end up destroying these folks. But, again, like normal, that's probably not what I'm going to talk about. Some stuff we talked about at work today, I guess you would say around the water cooler. But really, it was mostly at our desks. We were talking about someone being normal, or what society says is normal. Is it okay to be normal? Or should we just strive to be something else? Is it better to just be a sheeple, or should you just walk to the beat of your own drum? And honestly, I think that you should walk to the beat of your own drum, and that is not as easy as it sounds. It's all about knowing who you are and what you can do. And it made me think of something that I read a long time ago on Art of Manliness. If you're not familiar with it, it's a website. It teaches men how to be men. It sounds kind of redundant, but in all honesty, think of how many people read the internet, and it helps people. And I found some little gems on there. The topic that was discussed was how to define your core values. So, in short, again, this is framed around being a man, but you can define this as a woman too. But to become a better person, you must not only strive to be good, but you have to have core values. I mean, they are what make you you. It's not how smart you are or how good you debate. Those are tools that you can use. But the core values of a person, they're like surgical hands, and they guide those tools. They help you be what you are without putting a facade on, so that you're not catering to what people think you should be. So, a person without a defined core values is a person who doesn't have no way of knowing what they want in life. There's a lot of people that are young. I was younger at one time. I'm 29 now, so I've learned some things, and one of the things that I have learned, and it sounds crazy, is to listen to your elders. Believe it or not, they have stories to tell, and I love spending time with my family, and I love spending time with my mom and dad. They're the most important people in my life. I don't care if I have a wife, or if a girlfriend, whatever. I mean, they are going to be one of the most important people in my life. And that's not saying that she's going to come second or anything like that, but I feel that for parents, there's not a debt that you can repay if you have parents that have supported you and encourage you to be who you are. So, with that said, one of the big things that you have to do is define your core values. And it's very important to do that, because if you define your core values, it immediately solves the feelings of not knowing where you're going in life. By defining that, you stand for yourself and you give yourself a purpose. I mean, without it, it'd be like, navigating an ocean without a compass or knowing where you're at. But if you have those core values, you're going to be a more confident person, and that confidence gives you the tools to do better in your day-to-day life. Great leaders have confidence. They don't shun away their duties or anything like that. But by defining those values, you know that you've made a choice, and whether it goes against the grain of society or not, it's what's making you happy. And I found that the easiest way to do this, and this was how Art of Manliness suggested this, is to write them down. I prefer to live a simple life. I mean, I try to have as less stress as possible. I try to do things that will make my life easier. I don't say, okay, well, I'm going to go and spend $500 on something that I don't have, and then, try to play catch up for the next, year or 3 months, however it may be. I don't know how your financial situation is. It could be short time period, but still, there's no sense in spending money you don't have. Sometimes if you have core values and you really are about sticking to them, it's going to take a lot of will, and you do have to have the will to do that. But the steps that they outlined on how to define your core values is pretty simple. First, you've got to relax. Just find a room, quiet, away from promotion. Somewhere, if you can't do that, then go to the park, somewhere peaceful. Use a pen and paper. Don't use the computer. Why? It is so easily to get online and just check your email, and then the next thing you know, the thing that you set out to do, you're not going to be able to do. And then after you've accomplished that, just ask yourself, what are your core values? And then write them down as they come to you. Don't pick and choose. Just write down the whole list, of what comes to you. And once you have that list, make stars on the ones that are definitely important to you and set those aside, and then compare those. And then just keep paring them down until you get to about 5. It could be more. 7's okay, but I think that once you're getting past that, you're kind of getting it to the point where it's not worth it. I mean, you're defeating the purpose of doing this. And then finally, prioritize them. In doing so, you're going to understand that the most important value will always supersede the lower values. It's imperative if you're in a situation where your values conflict. I mean, they should complement one another. But, there's always a rogue situation out there. So, in the future, I plan on doing some more videos about this and talking about the values that are important to me. But the gameplay is over for now. So, I will end it at that. And I just want to thank you again for watching. If you could, just like, share, favorite, subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.